Yo, what is up, my rebels? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do just a really good lateral drop. 5 tips on how to have a successful lateral drop. So first off, let's break this one down real quick. Quick lateral drop off of the fence right there. So first off, in a lateral drop, you got to secure that overhook, underhook. So in this case, guy sprawls on his opponent's shot, and when his opponent's coming up, gets that overhook, on the other side. Kind of hard to see, but yeah, he gets the overhook and the underhook. You need that for a lateral drop. Next step right there, puts forward pressure into his opponent. This move is really good when you're on the edge of the mat, or usually on the edge of the mat, or when you're really pushing into somebody, because once you're doing that, especially on the edge of the mat, you're trying to get them off the mat, or they're trying to get you off the mat, and when they're pushing into you, bam, that's when you hit it. You use their momentum against them, and you just flip them, throw them just like that. So yeah, make sure you're getting pushing them into you. So pushes into him, makes him back up a little bit. Then the kid pushes back, as you can see by that back leg post. Kid pushes back, and then bam. Very important step right here. Move your legs to your opponent. It's kind of quick, but this guy, he kind of does like a jump hop step to his opponent's legs. You gotta get your legs as close as you can to your own opponent's legs. If you can do that, it's going to be really good. Get as close as you can, and once you do, you just want to take them over. If you have them on their left, or on your left side, take them to your left, and you have them on your right side, you take them to your right. So yeah, just like that. And it's kind of hard to see, but this guy is really pivoting with his legs right there. Kind of drops both of his knees and bends them like towards the left, which is the way he's taking them. So make sure you're pivoting, otherwise you're going to end up on your own back. You could pin yourself, which would be really foolish. So yeah, make sure you guys are pivoting, pulling on that overhook hand, and like pushing up with that underhook hand, and then keeping it straight back for a good finish, a good pin right there. Now next up, this one's from like a heavyweight, so you guys know that it's not just works on lightweight wrestlers, it also works on like heavier wrestlers and stuff like that. So right there, gets his opponent off balance, and then as he's coming up, secures that underhook, overhook type position, and his opponent's already pushing into him, so he knows he can probably hit this right here. Just look at how tall, like how high his opponent is, not even in like a great stance, so it's gonna be way too easy to hit this right here. So then just like that, just gets his feet in position while he's standing up, just like a hop step right there, and then pivots, knee bends, bends backwards, and then pushes up with that underhook and pulls down with that overhook, and really twisting, very important, almost on his back here, but since he does that really hard twist right there, he's able to get his opponent on his back and then finish this move right here. Great lateral drop right there. And then the last one, I'm gonna see one more by a bit like a heavier guy, heavyweight, so you guys know it's not just works on a lighter guy, and this one is kind of like a underhook that almost went wrong, but it didn't went wrong, luckily. So yeah, it did work, but there are some flaws, as you can see. So first off, guy gets this guy pushing into him. He gets called, the other guy gets called for stalling. So he just still circles for some reason, and that's the number one mistake. The guy doesn't have any pressure back into him, so it's already kind of harder to do this move. He's basically just pulling him on top of him instead of using his opponent's weight to his advantage, but still decides to try the move right there. Gets his feet right next to his opponent's feet. Great feet position. But since his opponent's not pushing into him, it's going to take a lot more strength, a lot more pivot to get him on his back. But still is able to do that. Tries to hit the move right there, and that's where the second mistake occurs. Just kind of messes up the move, but luckily he's able to recover. But as you can see, the arm kind of slides up, that underhook arm. It kind of slides up, so it's kind of harder to twist and pivot like that, when it really should be a little more on his a little lower on his back, so he can really twist, but instead it's kind of high by his head, almost like a head throw. And if you know head throws, you know you can't head throw from somebody's stomach. So yeah, hard to do it, especially if your arm's sliding and they're not pushing into you. But luckily this guy is able to scissor his legs out, and then basically just scissor his legs out and get on top of his opponent. Kind of ends up in a head throw almost, instead of a lateral drop, but it still did work. That's why you want to make sure you're getting pressure into them. But yeah, the 5 most important things: make sure you're getting that overhook, underhook, pressuring into them, make your legs come close to them, and then pivoting, twisting, and then just finish with a nice elevation, good finishing position, and get the pin. But yeah, it's gonna wrap up this video. Comment down below the moves that you want to see next, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and stuff for more wrestling content like this. Peace.